Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to 9 p.m. English News Edition, The Headlines. A workshop was organized for managers and elected representatives of the Arta region. For international listening, 2 years after the Paris Post explosion, the investigation is still bogged down. Those was the headlines, and welcome to the national news. The Prime Minister and acting head of the government, Abdulkader Khan Mohammed, granted mid-morning in lunch of honor of primacy and audience to the new ambassador of the Republic of Sudan to the Republic of Djibouti, Her Excellency Ms. Rahma Saleh Al-Obeiti. In the meeting between the Prime Minister and acting head of the government, Abdulkader Khan Mohammed, and the Sudanese diplomat focused on ways and means to further consolidate the existing relation of friendship and cooperation between the two countries. On this occasion, the Sudanese diplomat thanked the Prime Minister, head of government, by interim for the warm welcome receipt. The Prime Minister and acting head of government, Abdulkader Khan Mohammed, has assured his host all the necessary assistance to the completion of his noble mission and his availability during his stay in Djibouti. It should be noted that Ms. Al-Obeida, the study of Ambassador resident extraordinary and implementary of her country to Republic of Djibouti. As part of the revelation of the Declaration of Services, Citizens and Development of Leadership Skills, a workshop was organized by executive and elected officials of the region of Arta. This ceremony was chaired by a prefect of the region in the presence of Executive Secretary and the DG and INEP and the President of the Regional Council. This section provided an opportunity to discuss the challenges of the reform of the administration and the need to provide the users with quality and public service, but also to create an atmosphere conducive to good collaboration between the decentralization and the decentralized administration. A report on the digital platform called the DPCS Djibouti Report Community implemented by Port Authority. This new entity aims to coordinate, simplify, and streamline the import and export transit process in national ports, airports, and regional economic centers.
Of course, today is true digitalization. In this field, the ports of Djibouti are a figurehead, a major challenge in a world governed by laws of international trade and a flow of maritime traffic that is intensifying. Ultimately, a fast, efficient, and intelligent logistics is more important. In this perspective, the Port Authority has set up a digital platform, the DPCS, known as Djibouti Port Community System. This new entity aims to coordinate, simplify, and streamline the process of import, export, and transit in national ports, airports, and regional economic centers. In other words, the DPSC is defined as a node of port connection. The objective is to dematerialize the entire supply chain process. This platform offers a paperless environment for the submission of a pre-arrival and pre-departure declarations, as well as integration with port and customs system to provide greater efficiency of operations. The implementation of DPCS has already revolutionized many supply chain process. Digitization has become a guarantee of transparency, efficiency, and productivity for the different actors of the post community. This new system has made a lot of things easier. The optimization and visualization of cargo flows have offered customers end-to-end transparency of the journey of their cargo throughout the supply chain. Today, in a world that is becoming increasingly competitive with geopolitical issues that create new challenges for all seaports in the world, Djibouti has taken the lead in establishing an ecosystem around the digital system with the various stakeholders. Indeed, the Djibouti PCS platform brings together all stakeholders, including shipping agents, freight forwards, free zone companies, port and corridor operators, border authorities, and customs agencies, something unimaginable a few years ago. In addition, the platform offers a paperless environment for the submission of pre-arrival and pre-departure declarations, as well as integration with port and customs systems to provide greater operational efficiency. Now, with the DPCS system, online submission is unquestionably reducing delays but also costs and ensuring transparency for all players in the supply chain, while increasing visibility for an import or exporter in landlocked regions like Ethiopia, for example. Since the implementation of DPCS, electronic port clearness have saved shipping agents up to 5 hours and hundreds of dollars per transaction. Previously, they had to hire a tugboat to physically go to the anchorage to provide these documents to the ship's master. Submission and validation of ship arrival documentation has been reduced from 24 hours to 1 hour. The reservation for the exit of the containers and the printing of the gate pass take less than 10 minutes and 95% time saving. The integration with the customs system have allowed the shipping agencies to use a single platform for the submission of summary declarations called manifest and electronic delivery notes. For cargo owners, this time saving is a godsend. The DPCS system has been beneficial because it has connected all the different stakeholders. Now we don't have to go to the port to see if the goods have arrived. The tracking here, we take care of everything from pre-carnage, customs, insurance, track and trace, and etc. Thanks to this system, we offer the advantage of a complete offer with the possibility of customization, because the great promise of digitalization is here to avoid the fragmentation in the logistics chain of the maritime. In a world that is becoming more global every day, the imperative to digitize has been a second condition to be a key player. For this, Djibouti has modernized its system so that it is able to process even more information faster, as allowed today by the latest technological tools, thus joining the era.
A fire broke out at the beginning of noon in the first floor of the central store, which was spawned by the fire not far from the Ibrahim Abdi Kahin building. The fire intervention was quick and the fire was quickly contained. The intervention of the firemen was fast and the fire could be circumscribed quickly. The place, a busy commercial place, was secured by the police force, who removed the onlookers for the passage of the fire tankers. The fire broke out near the place where the street vendors are, numerously near the square where currency are exchanged. Finally, more fear than harm because of intervention of the firemen of the civil protection were effective this Monday to came to end of the fire. They in alert everywhere in the capital to prevent the fire from spreading. They are on alert everywhere. The capital to do the fires. The circumstances of the accident are not known, but the investigation will be diligent to know its origin. Notice the population of the capital to remain vigilant and conscious in front of the risk of the fire. Less than a week after the holding of a high-level meeting and the announcement of new measures to fight against smuggling and the parallel economy, the decision of the Minister of Picture already seemed to have borne fruit. The day of this international meeting, it important to have already the diligent customs official on valiant soldiers to get their hands of many shipments of products not stamped. Indeed, among the latest sketches, it's that of yesterday, Wednesday, when the customs official of the region of Arta and gendarme of the brigade of Sheikh Musa of the town of Balbala have managed to intercept a large consignment of goods resulting from illegal imports of gas. It's more than 14 baggage containing each 100 tabs size in the sector of EGA. They're located at same 5 kilometers southeast of the commune of Balbala. Alerted by anonymous environment, the customer official of the PK-20 and PK-51 brigade of the Arta division, reinforced by the gendarmerie, swiftly dealt a heavy blow to contaminate caught off guard the trio under Garko to Ramba before fleeing. As a result, an application to the standard approach in force, the seizure was immediately destroyed near the customs post of PK-20. On behalf of the Director of the Directorate General of Customs and Excise, Mr. Guled Ahmed Youssoufi, I would like to say to congratulate the men and women of the Sheikh Musa Brigade, because without their support, dispatch of goods will be sold the market of the capital. Following the reluctant fight of the Gendarme National against smuggling in all its forms, traffickers keep imagining new method to circumvent the vigilance of law enforcement. There's some that got smugglers through that the passenger train will be an excellent way to smuggle their product without being stopped. Therefore, it was without containing on the vigilance of the Gendarmerie of Railway Transport, which intercepted on August 2022 and towards 14 hours at the level of the National of Negate 203,000 baggage of gas and dismality in the compartment of the kitchen of the train of passenger coming from Ethiopia. The market value of this contraband product is estimated at more than 2,303,000 francs. That this large quantity of contraband that gas was destroyed by the fire in the presence of customs officials as required by procedure. As for the three alleged perpetrators syndicates, they were arrested and placed in custody of the Demerjog Brigade. At the end of the investigation, they will be brought to justice to answer for their actions. We regret to announce the date of the late Shahim Daoud. Yesterday in Tajora, the deceased elder of the was a wise man, respected by all his community in the region of Tajora, especially in the sector of Randa and Ewali. The deceased Shahim Daoud lives a large family, including 2 children. We present for our sincere condolences to youth, his family, especially to his son, Colonel Major Ali Shahim, chief of the Jihad Corps. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. And now for the international scene, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres sharply denounced the greed of big oil and gas companies that are making outrageous profit on the back of some of the world's poorest people. Guterres said the crisis was caused by Russian invasion of Ukraine and called on national government to test the company's huge profit. That's it for this evening. Thanks for your attention and have a wonderful evening.